speed limits. Drive dead slow onto the exit scale if you have a green light, and stop without hard braking. If you drive directly onto the scale while the light is red, there will be no record of your weight, and you will have to leave the site and re-enter it again. On your original ticket, print your weights and scan your ticket. Take the newly printed ticket and leave your original in the tray beside the door. Using your personal security card, open the security gate and record that you have left the site. With the exception of the hog dumpers, why do you visually check pit levels before you dump? If you are directed to the hog dumper, follow the route straight out of the scales and down the south road. You will come to a sign just before the hog dumper, indicating the staging area where you should wait if there are 2 trucks already in the dumper area. When a free position is available, proceed into the dumper area. As the hog dumper can fit 2 trailers, depending on the season and product, you will either dump through or split dump. As hog fuel has a tendency to hang up in trailers and plug the dumper pits, you must split dump unless otherwise directed. Due to the problems in unloading hog fuel, you should also pay close attention to any instructions or procedures that are posted inside the booth. To split dump on the hog dumper, the process is very similar to the B1, B2 dumpers. The main differences are the longer platform, the activation buttons on the dumpers, and the pit sensors, all of which we will discuss in a few moments. First, there are a number of rules that must be followed on the hog dumpers. Never go on or in trailers while they are on the dumper platform. Never stand on the backstop and look into the dumper pit, as you could easily slip and fall into the pit. Make eye contact with other drivers and equipment operators, and stay clear of the other drivers that are backing up. Never assist another driver or ask for assistance with unloading trailers or preparing trailers for unloading. Always contact your dispatcher or chip tower operator if you are unsure of what to do. If you are required to enter your trailers for any reason, they must be pulled off the dumper and you must notify your dispatch. Like the B1, B2 split dumper, back onto the available dumper platform and prepare your B trailer for unloading. Then pull away and back on the second platform. As the hog dumper platforms are long enough, you do not have to disconnect your tractor from the lead trailer. If your load is a sample load, take your sample bag and twist tie and proceed to the back of the trailer or a side door to gather the sample. Unlike chips, it is permissible to take the sample from the truck, taking care to ensure the sample fairly represents the load. Sometimes in the winter, suppliers will line the trailers with dry products to help the hog release from the trailers. Taking a sample of this material is to be avoided as it will not represent the content of the load. With the tool provided, or with your hands protected with gloves, place the hog into your sample bag until it is 1/3 full. This is less than required for chips as the hog is only tested for moisture content. Ensure that the bag is sealed tightly with the twist tie and place the bag into the sample bin provided outside the dumper control shack. Now that you are ready to dump, there are a few important differences with the hog dumper process. There is an activation button on the front of both dumpers that must be pressed in order to raise the dumper. This feature was added because the walkway that is used to prepare the trailers is part of the platform itself and raises with it. To ensure the safety of drivers working on the platforms, the activation button must be pressed before the platform can be raised. When you first press this button, the light turns on indicating the dumper is active. If necessary, you can press it again to deactivate the dumper should you need to go back onto the platform. To ensure your safety, a 45-second time limit has been added to the activation button, after which time you will need to press it again. In addition to the activation buttons, sensors have been added inside the dumper pits to ensure that they are not overfilled. If the hog levels in the dumpers block the sensors, you will not be able to raise the platforms. You should be aware that the dumper will not activate if the dumper pits or if the conveyor system in the hogger building have been plugged with product. If you cannot activate the dumper, please call the tower operator for direction. To dump your trailers, activate the platforms and proceed immediately into the booth. In the booth, a panel has been provided for each dumper. If the green light is flashing on either panel, the 45-second time limit for the platform activation has expired, or the sensors in the pit are indicating too high a level to allow you to dump. With the dumpers activated and the pit's levels below the sensors, press the raise button to raise each dumper all the way to the top. Once raised, vibrate both dumpers and lower both platforms. The lower button must be pressed and held for the dumper to lower completely. Like the B1, B2 dumpers, pull your A trailer in front of your B trailer to assemble your wings and blow off loose product. As the hog has a tendency to hang up, inspect both trailers carefully for any remaining product. If product remains and the hog level in the dumper is not above the sensors, you can activate the platforms and try dumping the trailers again. If the product still remains, move your trailer off of the dumper platform and into the open area, out of the way of both other drivers and mobile equipment. After notifying your dispatch, you can then enter your trailer and manually free up the hung product. You must notify your dispatch every half when working inside your trailers. As chip trailers contain a number of steep-sloped surfaces, and entering a trailer removes you from the sight of other workers, only enter trailers that are equipped for safe entry, like this trailer that has a handrail welded onto the side of the trailer at the steep trailer sections, or trailers that have a man door on the side. Once the product has been manually freed up, you can then return to the first available hog dumper and dump any remaining product using the dump-through procedures discussed in the next section. When directed by your dispatcher, Domtar personnel, or an updated dumping procedure, you may follow the dump-through procedure on the hog dumper. To dump through, back your whole unit onto one platform, prepare both trailers, disconnect the tractor from the lead trailer, and drive the tractor clear of the platform. Remember, you should never dump through when your lead or a box is full and your pup or B box is empty, as the empty B box may collapse under the weight. Activate the platform and proceed to the hog booth. Remember, a flashing green panel light means that either time has run out since you pressed the activation button, or the hog dumper levels are too high in the pit, blocking the sensors. If the dumper is ready, raise the platform. Vibrate it at the top, then lower it. Inspect both trailers for any remaining product, and if they are clean, prepare the unit for travel. Once you have finished dumping your hog loads, follow the posted speed limits to the exit scale. Drive dead slow onto the exit scale if you have a green light, and stop without hard braking. Scan out your original ticket, leave the original, and take the printed copy. Use your personal security card to open the gate and record that you have left the site. If you are hauling a shuffle floor or end dump trailer, you will need to be trained before you enter the Domtar site. The locations and procedures will change depending on the product, season, and yard conditions. So contact your dispatcher for information on the target dumping locations and procedures. As you may be required to dump in any number of locations, it is also very important that you make eye contact with any mobile equipment operators in the immediate area. Under what conditions can you dump through on the hog dumpers? As the pulp mill utilizes several dangerous processes and materials, a site-wide emergency evacuation system has been developed. Flashing red lights and alarm sirens have been placed at the gatehouse above the G1, G2 dumpers and near the hog dumper area. If you see or hear that the evacuation alarm has been activated, immediately lower any dumpers that have been raised. Stay on your company's designated shipyard truck channel, as the chip tower operator has a radio that can be used to provide emergency instructions. Make sure that you have your personal security pass card so that Domtar personnel can verify that all on-site drivers are safe. And then proceed to the muster station located at the north end of the bathroom building beside the weight scales. Remember, time is of the essence during evacuations, particularly at the hog dumpers, which are very close to the pulp mill buildings. If your tracker is on a dumper or not ready for travel,